Hello, welcome to the 2023 Piece of Pie Software Roundup, where I'll be covering what happened in the main channel and the live stream and some other stuff. For example, on the main channel, this was the year where I finally updated my videos to 60 FPS. Yeah, you know, like 2015 standards, probably even earlier. I'm always a bit behind on the times. Or at least they've now become 60 FPS. Most of the year still wasn't. Also, I started changing the video titles from Paul's Gaming to Drak's Gaming, just because I just prefer going by my dragony persona, I guess. Persona! Or fursona, if you want to call it that. I have no shame. I am a furry. Whatever, or a scaly. And everybody knows it by now anyway. But yeah, so hopefully that hasn't been too much of a thing that, I don't know, makes the videos less enjoyable. But anyway, what happened this year? Well, these should be roughly in the right order, I believe. I don't know. These are ordered in like last updated. So last year we ended with Ion Fury and all that stuff. This year, I believe the first playthrough was Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. Pretty good game. Aria of Sorrow is my favourite one, and this one, like, it takes Aria of Sorrow and adds even more loot to it, which is kind of ridiculous really. Every enemy still has its unique soul, and you can level them up as well by collecting more. Grinding, man. But yeah, I enjoyed it, other than the touchscreen gimmicks, which luckily I was playing a patched version, or modded version, so I didn't have to use those. The dopefish is buggering off. Shorter than I expected, but that's partly because I was making some of the videos longer, anticipating it being a long game, but it wasn't. Anyway, Hyper Light Drifter. Also a cool game, pretty darn challenging at times. But the combat was cool, the mechanics were pretty cool. The challenging fights, especially the bosses, were pretty satisfying once you got them. It was fun to explore, lots of little secrets. I think I went back and 100%ed that off stream. Most of it anyway. But yeah, cool. Messages and stuff. PoPS projects. Jazz Jackrabbit. Which unfortunately didn't fully record properly in the audio department, because it was only recording like one speaker. I believe this was the game that started making me record in stereo? No, I think I was recording in stereo by this point. I don't remember. I don't know what went wrong with this. It was only recording one side though, so there's like half of the music missing, which is the best part of the game. So yeah, other than that the game is a little bit silly because it's too fast. But luckily when I discovered and turned on turtle mode, which severely slowed down the game, it was a lot more enjoyable. It's like granny mode in Jill of the Jungle, or whatever. But I finally got around to Jazz Jackrabbit 1. Long delayed, as in long overdue. Super Mario Galaxy, the game that replaced E7, I guess, when that finished as the weekend playthrough. I love me some Mario Galaxy, one of the best 3D platformers, if not the best, that I've played personally. Well, one of the best, yeah. I don't know if I'd place it above classics like Spyro and Crash Bandicoot 2 and stuff, but just very satisfying mechanics. It's a bit dodgy obviously, because I was playing it like with a PS4 controller, so I had to rebind some controls on the fly mid-game to play nicely with some of the gimmick levels, but just extremely good. Tasty game, I love it every time. Played through it twice now. This wasn't a blind playthrough, I've played through it in the past. Dead Space Remake came out this year, and my, what an experience that was. Oh, fittingly sinister music. Yeah, just excellent, excellent remake. Obviously it didn't run very well on my computer because I don't meet minimum requirements, but yeah, other than some stuff that happened because of that, like enemies being invisible until they'd already grabbed me sometimes, and some cutscenes not loading properly. Just very good game. I think I even played through it again twice after that playthrough. Amazing! Videos by others, Dusk Maps, Devil May Cry 2. Yeah. The best one. No. I remembered enjoying it, like from when I first played it, back in my mid-teens or whatever, whenever it came out. Nah, it's pretty dull. Pretty boring. Like, it's not the worst thing I've played, but yeah, it's weird. What a weird game to exist. I even did both campaigns. Gosh. Power Slave Exhumed. Shorter than I expected. I would have liked it to be a bit longer. And a little bit janky in some ways and stuff. I think, if I remember right. But it was pretty cool. Sort of Metroidvania FPS. It was an interesting thing. I liked the going back to levels and exploring areas I couldn't get to before. Sometimes going back to levels was a bit annoying, because you basically had to replay an entire level to get to a bit you couldn't pass earlier. That didn't happen too often though, but there should be another Power Slave playthrough coming, maybe in the new year? I'm not sure. Probably, I don't know, hopefully. Of the DOS version, which was like a completely different game. Like the more linear level based thing. I'm a bit worried about how I've maybe heard the checkpoints are in that or something. I don't remember exactly. There's something that worries me about it, but we'll see how it goes. Should be interesting, hopefully. PoPS tunes. Freedom Planet. Yes. 19 parts, a game that I fully recorded in one sitting. I think this is the longest playthrough I've recorded in one sitting. The most I've recorded in one sitting. Yeah, it was a pretty good Sonic-like. Fun to explore, nice shiny collectibles, fun mechanics, very creative levels. It just got a little bit silly in terms of difficulty towards the end, I felt like. The bosses got a bit crazy hard for me. Enemy spam and stuff, things doing a lot of damage. I don't know. Some of it I feel like I just wasn't learning properly, I wasn't being patient enough, but a lot of it was also just too like fast for me and silly. But yeah, overall, pretty good. The first half or 2/3 especially. Contrast. An indie game from quite some years ago, I think. I remember hearing about this or seeing it back in even the golden age of indies. Maybe not quite as far back as Super Meat Boy and stuff, but maybe. I know it's been around a long time and I always intended to get around to it. Very short, but cool little indie puzzle platformer using an interesting shadow gimmick, where you can like dive into the shadows and run around on a 2D plane by climbing on shadows of other objects and people in the real world and stuff. Very interesting. Shame it's so short, but it's also a bit janky. But yeah, pretty cool. Proteus Maps, a medieval DLC. Yes, the Black Labyrinth finally came out, and it was very tasty, except maybe the bosses. I'm worried about live streaming that on the hardest difficulty. That's going to be hard. But yeah, very cool. Andrew Holsholt back with more amazing music for it. Very cool level design. Just it's an art piece. It belongs in a museum. Every level is an artwork. Or something like that. It feels like you're playing in one of those weird 3D paintings where it's like the stairs that go into each other and stuff and doesn't make any sense, but it works somehow. Quake 2, oh right, nothing, that was just me making a weird playlist, combining Quake 2 and the expansions into one playlist for some reason. I do this stuff sometimes, do some random playlist making. Plague Tale Innocence. Yeah, it was a pretty good game though, obviously just some things I didn't like about it at the time. I feel like I was a bit harsh on this game, like thinking back on it. It was more enjoyable than I feel like I made it out to be. But like there was some just like mechanics just being weird in it. A pretty weird, inconsistent game with its rules. Like the rats not behaving the way you would expect them to from what the game has taught you before. and I wasn't a big fan of the stealth early on in the game before I had ways to defend myself. But other than that, it was a pretty good adventure. A memorable one for sure. Cultic. Another boomer shooter, quote unquote. Very good one. People say it's more like Blood, I guess. I haven't played Blood, I still need to get around to that, but I'm not typically a big fan of build engine games. Don't get on well with them historically. But this, oh Cultic. I can't wait for chapter 2. Final boss of chapter 1 was a bit of a letdown, I guess. A bit easy, but just very cool game, very satisfying. Can't wait for more. Proteus recently finished. The full game of that finally came out, and yeah, it's good. It's not as good as I was hoping it would be. I mean, it was good. I feel like I poked too much fun at Proteus for some reason. Like, everybody knows the checkpoint system is silly, but as long as you don't care about challenge and you just want to sit down and have some mindless shooting fun while exploring some cool levels, it's a very good game. Didn't quite dethrone Dusk and stuff like I thought it was going to in the early days of experiencing it. Like, those days was like, oh my god, this is amazing, I cannot wait for this, I literally physically cannot wait for this, I'm gonna die inside if I have to wait another day. Then I came out and it's like, yeah, it's good. That's about it though. In fact, it's very good. And there's DLC for that announced as well. Hopefully that will come out in the new year sometime, maybe. Of course, Nethergate Resurrection is currently going on, the Celt campaign, which is good fun. Some more spiderweb software. We'll be getting more spiderweb software in like late 2024, I guess. But yeah, for now, this is still going on, and will end in January, I think, or February, to be replaced with a playlist that is already in here somewhere. You're going to get spoiled on what's next. I'm sorry. Yeah, do a little bit more Binding of Isaac, and of course Trine 5 is currently going on with Reptiloid. Very long, as you might be able to tell. 9 weeks. Oh dear. Because that game got very long. Didn't help that we were stuck on some big puzzles. Well, not big puzzles, but stuck on puzzles for a long time. But possibly contesting with... I don't know how to word this sentence properly right now. Competition for the best Trine game so far? I don't know, I still consider Trine 2 my favourite, but this was just very good. Beautiful as always. Puzzles are clever. Music's great. Just very good. So I hope you continue to enjoy that. 7 weeks of it remaining in the new year, bloody hell. And, oh, spoilers! Scrolled past it. Christmas stuff. I made a bunch of playlists for the specific years of Christmas specials for some reason, just in case you want to go back and in case you're curious what was uploaded on certain years, so you don't have to go digging through the holiday specials playlist. And yeah, lots of Quake maps and stuff, the usual. Yeah, that's about it for the main channel, I believe. Plenty of FPSs coming up in 2024, by the way. Like, pretty much every other playthrough is going to be an FPS of some sort. There's a lot to do. Let's move on to the live stream channel, shall we? The live stream channel. As usual, stuff uploaded on this channel is like later than the stream, months later, because I stream more than I upload, as in faster than I upload, so the backlog grows. But I did have a couple of hiatuses this year. 1 month and then a month and a half due to like real life stuff, health stuff. So the backlog caught up a bit towards the end of the year. 2023 was also what I called JRPG year, where I started focusing on doing more JRPGs on stream. Pretty much the whole year I've had at least, well, just one JRPG on the go. When one ends I start up another one, and that's going to be continuing into 2024, so if you like JRPGs, stick around, I'm full of bad ideas. As in good ideas actually, go away Isaac. But yeah, So Sonic Adventure DX was done in last year, but it was uploaded this year. Strange game, very janky, strange facial animations, strange story, strange voice acting, strange everything. But the other thing that was strange was how much fun I had with it, actually. I probably wouldn't have had as much fun if a certain someone wasn't in chat the whole time helping me along, telling me where to go, but yeah. Very strange game, but probably do more Sonic games in future. Don't know when, but it was surprisingly enjoyable. Evil Within, plus all the DLC. Yes, last year's October stuff got uploaded this year. Yeah, if you were around for any of the Evil Within playthrough, you probably know exactly how I felt about that one. Yeah, it was an arsehole, that game. Some of the DLC was a bit more fun, but that game's just kind of not very fair. It's a lot of instant death bullshit. And yet, strangely, I went through the entire game again after streaming it, and as in played it off stream, to do New Game Plus and unlock all the skills and stuff. At least New Game Plus was easier, because you get to carry over your stuff and enemies drop more experience, currency, whatever. Yeah, we don't talk about that game anymore. I'll probably do Evil Within 2 one day though, for a Spooktober. I also did Penumbra Necrolog for October last year, 2022. You might know I like Penumbra, Black Plague and whatever the first one was called, Overture. I also like Soma. Frictional games are very good. This was a fan-made one. I think it was alright, but I got stuck a lot and had to look up quite a lot of stuff, so I don't know, I didn't particularly get on well with that one, but it's there. No, Dragon Dreams. No, nothing really, you know Dragon Dreams. My game. Oh! I'll talk about that more towards the end of the video. I've got stuff to talk about. Unreal on very hard. I replayed through the entire game on very hard difficulty. And, well, it was very hard, especially towards the end. Painfully so. But makes sense. Wonderful game. What do you need to say about Unreal? Nothing. If you like FPSs and haven't played Unreal, play Unreal, please. You silly person, you. Excellent. The music, the world, perfect. Perfect game. Every time. Oh. A bit like a Medieval, really. Nah, that's not perfect all the time. Very good game though, I also went through that on the hardest difficulty. Well, very hard wasn't the hardest, but it was the hardest, like, intended difficulty for solo play, as far as I understand it. But yeah, a Medieval and Evil difficulty. That was fun too. Struggled on some bits probably, but overall, pretty smooth, I think it went. I'll also have to do the DLC on the hardest at some point. I don't know how the bosses are gonna go, but we'll see. And the JRPGs begin. I've done JRPGs in the past, of course. Chrono Trigger, Golden Sun 1, Final Fantasy 7 and 8 a long time ago. But this is where JRPG year truly began. Grandia HD Remaster, which I started last year, 2022, but finished early this year. I think, oh well, yeah. Wait, I think it ended in like January or February this year. But yeah, that was a good game. The voice acting was not very good, and it wasn't a very well balanced game. It got far too easy if you do even a little bit too much grinding, which it kind of incentivizes you to do to unlock your skills, but yeah, a very memorable adventure. Probably my favourite one that I've done throughout JRPG year. Most memorable anyway. Not that I did all that many because of the aforementioned hiatuses, but yeah. We got through 4 in total and we're still working on the 4th one. Good adventure, would recommend. I'm going to do Grandia 2 at some point as well, but I have played through that before in the past on the PS2. Ruzar the Lifestone, another Legend of Grimrock-like, first-person dungeon crawler thing. That was alright. Another indie Grimrock-like, with a bit more RPG elements, I guess, or something. It was alright. I don't think it was a particularly amazing one, but when you're trying to be like Legend of Grimrock, that's a lot to... There's big boots to fill, I guess. Yeah, it was pretty good. Lil Gator game. A wonderful game. I even felt emotions towards the end. I almost teared up. I didn't expect to from such a silly, casual little game that I thought was just going to be a quick bit of fun and nothing else. Then I would move on from it, but this ended up like actually being probably one of my favourite games that I've ever streamed or something. Or one of my favourite games that I've recently played. Very good game. If you want a nice just relax, sit back, no challenge or anything, just wander the world, explore, collect stuff, get cute costumes and things, talk to cute characters, do little objectives for them. It's a nice, light-hearted, playful adventure with some funny dialogue. I love that game. And you get to play as a adorable gator with big kobold vibes. There's even literally a button for ragdoll mode. You just press it and flop, fall over, roll down hills. Clumsy little... It's amazing. Love it. The next JRPG came along, Breath of Fire, the original one, on the Game Boy Advance. I remembered enjoying it back in like my mid-teens or whatever, on a Game Boy Advance. I could have done without the revisit, honestly. It wasn't anything memorable. The story was nothing, basically. Basically just bad guy wants to do something bad, you have to go stop him. It had some interesting stuff going on, almost sort of Metroidvania things. Sort of secret unlockable skills. It had some interesting other things as well. But it didn't really do much for me this time around. I'm looking forward to playing 2 though, I never finished that one. And 3. Probably replay 4 as well at some point. I played through that one before. Dark Souls poorly translated with item randomizer, unfinished playthrough. Dude, are you listening to this music? Might come back to that one day, I'm not sure. Probably not. There were some fun poorly translated bits in there, but I think the item randomizer might have been naffing me up a bit. I was struggling. It might just also be the old jankiness of that game. I'm more used to the modern ones now, especially after Elden Ring. Whoa! But yeah, I was just struggling a bit, so I kind of dropped it. I believe that was around the time I had a hiatus as well, and I just never came back to it, I don't know. Gosh. More trying various games. Not much of that this year, I don't think. Eye of the Beholder. Another game that's like Legend of Grimrock, but a DOS one. Way back. More like Dungeon Master, if you know that one. Yeah, that was pretty good. I was using a third-party program that added an auto map. It was pretty weird in a lot of ways that you'd understand if you watch it, like some puzzles that just didn't need to be solved, or puzzles that didn't make sense to me but I still managed to beat the game. I don't know. It was pretty weird, but also pretty darn good. Ultima 4. I think Eye of the Beholder came after Ultima 4. Oh no, the playlist ordering is weird, but Ultima 4. What can I say about that? That is a special experience. Especially the music. No, sorry. We listened to RuneScape music for most of that playthrough. But yeah, Ultima 4. I'd heard it was amazing. And yes. It might have not really been that much of an interesting experience to watch, but I loved that. Exploring the world, writing down hints from all the NPCs and stuff, and following up the leads, finding treasures, finding things and clues for the puzzles and stuff, the riddles, whatever. Just very good. Ultima is a series I need to explore more of as well. I've only played this one and Ultima Underworld. I tried one, didn't really get on with it. But yeah, very good. I want to record Ultima Underworld as well at some point, or maybe stream it, I don't know. But yeah, that's a special game. Special place in my heart now. The next JRPG, Golden Sun: The Lost Age. This game suffered bigly from the hiatuses. I don't remember if I took both hiatuses during this playthrough, but this playthrough was delayed a lot because of it, and only ended like towards the end of the year. But yeah, that was good. I like Golden Sun 1, and this one the puzzles get even better, more complicated. I also got a bit stuck in this game sometimes, but it was a cool adventure. Yeah. And we come to 2023's October. Yeah, this stuff got uploaded this year. As I said, the backlog kind of got caught up a bit because of the hiatuses. So we're kind of almost up to date on what's being uploaded. It's just a month or two behind now, or something. Some other stuff anyway. But yeah, Resident Evil 2 Remake, I played through it on Claire's campaign again. I've done both campaigns on the main channel before, obviously, but that was on an older computer. And this is with the poorly translated mod, which was a good laugh. So yeah, that was fun. Did that for October. Also did Lamentum for October, which is like a sort of almost a 2D Silent Hill 2. It had some Silent Hill 2 vibes anyway. And it was pretty good. First half of it mainly, and then it started to drag on a bit, but yeah, sort of 2D puzzly monster thing. Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting. Sort of Resident Evil-y, some item puzzles and yeah. Quake mods, I think we did some randomizer or something. Some other October stuff. World of Horror, that like roguish, whatever, choose your own adventure, Junji Ito inspired art thingy. Pretty darn cool. I beat my first run of that, so I don't know if I'll do more of it, but it was interesting. And Scanner Sombra, like a short indie sort of walking simulator. There's not really much to it. Just the gimmick is you have like a scanner and you press the button and it scans the area and highlights the geography because it's all pitch black and you can't see it otherwise. Had one or two spooks in it, not much though. And the final thing of October, Dead Space, the original one, with the first person mod, which actually worked surprisingly well. I had a lot of fun with that. That was interesting to re-experience after having played the remake a few times or whatever. Interesting to go back to this one, and just as good as always. Love me some Dead Space. Also did a random replay, I haven't recorded or streamed this before, but Shatter. Sort of an Arkanoid breakout clone thingy, but with a bit more of a twist. A bit more of a flashy style, with some pretty amazing music. Yeah, good stuff. Just randomly felt like streaming it. Random browser stuff, tier list, guess the game, all that. Another gunship, a roguish, like, game where you collect gun bits and build crazy overpowered guns and the screen is just full of bullets and explosions. It was fun, but quickly got quite old, but luckily it was short. And the two currently ongoing things. Oh, Blossom Tales is about to end. Just a couple parts left, I think. Maybe even... no, I think it's ended by now, actually, when you're seeing this. Sort of a Legend of Zelda Link to the Past style thing. 2D Zelda thing. Not amazing, but pretty fun. Some puzzles repeat a bit too much. But especially the bloody Simon Says, ugh. But yeah, pretty cool. Might play the second one someday. Not in any rush though, but not bad. The Dark mod. Oh! Thief, that's coming up. You'll see some of that. Phasmophobia as well, I've been playing that lately. Haven't streamed much of it yet, as you can see, but enjoying that. Did some Rocket League for Christmas. Oh yeah, the Dark mod, by the way, is a like fan-made Thief thing. Originally made in the Doom 3 engine, but now its own standalone thing with lots of fan missions. I'm planning to stream a lot of that in the new year, so look forward to that. And the currently ongoing JRPG Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch remastered. The combat system is very strange, I don't like it, and still don't, but the story and everything, especially the Ghibli animation, very cool. In fact, one might even say it's tidy, as Drippy would say. But yeah, enjoying that for the most part. I don't know how long we have left in it, maybe I'm about halfway, but if you want to see that, check out the streams, and anything else that you might like the look of here. We've got more JRPGs and more to look forward to in the new year, hopefully. Hopefully I won't have to do many hiatuses, if any. Lots of Doom as always. Did a lot of Doom for Christmas with corruption cards, playing through some old classics that I've done for Christmas specials on the main channel before. And yeah, some Isaac showing up again, some other random stuff. Yeah, good things all around on stream. I feel like I've been talking forever. And before I end this video, this talky video, let me talk about Dragon Dreams: The Nightmare's Wake. I've got the Christmas hat on right now because it's currently being recorded in Christmas, in December. So you get this hat unlocked for playing it in that time. Remember that for when you play this game, whenever it's done. I got a lot of work done on this year, not as much as I would have liked, but in fact I even did, or quite recently did, some quite game-changing additions to the mechanics. I'm just going to randomly play a bit here. Wait, what do you mean full? Oops. Well, that's a bug right now. You're supposed to be able to pick that up. But yeah. I think at the start of this year I had map 1 and 2 completely done and just like maybe 10% of map 3. Now, for the last, well, not the last half of the year, I took the last 2 months off because I ran out of creative juices. But I worked hard on this for about half a year this year and got all of map 3 done and pretty much all of map 4 as well. So the game is sort of almost half-ish done. We went from like 25% to 45%, I guess, maybe, I don't know, in this year alone. Wait, what's that over there? A bit of ore in there, is that normal? I hope so. Anyway, so yeah. A recent addition. I won't show you everything, obviously. Do you see that over on the right? Crit percentage. That was a recent addition. Weapons now crit, have a crit chance. That was a nice little addition that I randomly figured would be easy enough to add. And actually makes quite a nice little change in combat. It's pretty tasty. I wanted to release a demo, an updated demo for this for Christmas, as like a Christmas gift. Because the previous demo only contained this one map. I wanted to release this map and the next one. I can show you a little bit of it, I guess. Ow! Okay, this is coming along nicely. I just need to find the creative juices, motivation to come back to it again. Because I would like to finish this game. Oh, don't worry, this seems boring, but I haven't got a weapon yet, obviously. But yeah, hopefully next year I'll make some more good progress on it. If you want to follow the progress on this, there's links in the video description below. You can find it at Itch.io or GameJolt. I post devlogs on it when I make enough progress. I was doing it every couple months or something, but then I took a break, so there won't be one this month. Oh, a sword in the gross. Crit 3? Whatever. Anyway, oh, what the fuck? It's some wolf girl. You'll have to play it if you want to read this. This is spoilers if you haven't played the demo, but it's right at the start of the game anyway. Why is she fighting me? Play it and find out, or wait for the full game if you want. Tutorial boss. But yeah, I really hope to finish this someday. I've even got more games planned in the series that I'd like to make. One sort of in this series, it'll probably be a spin-off or something inspired by Ultima Underworld. How, you might be thinking? How could a game like this ever be inspired by Ultima Underworld? I don't know, really. I'd just be sort of taking that kind of approach where you explore the dungeons, get hints, find puzzles, and have to solve things yourself, make little discoveries. And of course I want to continue the main story of this. This is only the first game in a planned series. The other two small games are just their own standalone things. Pro strats, man! There you go. There's a strategy video for you, if you ever play this. I'm just going to go to the second map. I'm not going to show you much of it, but I'll give you a little peek of Spiritwood over here. Because you can play this entire map in the current demo, but it's a very outdated demo now. Very not representative of the current quality. I don't really know what else to say though, other than I hope you've enjoyed this year of videos. It's been good. I hope you've enjoyed the streams as well. Spiritwood, look at the colour. There's not much of it, but whatever. It even tells you how many items and map sections there are that you have or haven't found. Ah, beautiful. What a lovely place. It's like a swamp in here with toxic water. Some Spiritwood. It looks mouldy. Ah, that's okay, there is safety here. I'm just going to go sit at the tavern and have a bit of a rest now. Well, yeah, as I was saying, I hope you've enjoyed this year of videos. I'm still having fun doing it. I think, as I said last year, I'm enjoying streaming more than doing videos for this channel lately, so videos here might slow down at some point. I don't know, there is still a lot I want to record for this channel. But, well, the main channel that is. I don't know if I'm uploading this on Piece of Pie software and PyDragon PS. I might just do Piece of Pie software this year, I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, as usual there won't be much on PyDragon PS probably. I don't upload much there anymore except Advent Calendars. I hope you enjoyed those as well. Hope you enjoyed all the Christmas specials. They're still going on at the moment, they end tomorrow. The final part of the End of Year Doom Christmas special. Santa's Outback Bender. But yeah, in the new year look forward to lots of FPSs on the main channel. Look forward to lots of JRPGs and other FPSs and other everything on the live streams. And thank you all for sticking around as long as you still have. I do love my community that we have here. Good people and good company. And of course thank you very much for all the support on the live streams and stuff. Without your generous subscriptions and donations and stuff, I wouldn't be able to eat, so you quite literally keep me alive. So yes, thank you very much for all that. And yeah, just thanks for sticking around and being your cool selves, and putting up with my degeneracy, involving kobolds and Salazzle and everything else. I hope you continue to enjoy the streams, and my rampant furriness. Shameless rampant furriness. But yeah, for now, yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Happy New Year to you and your loved ones. I hope you have a good one. Don't get too drunk, unless you already are, then you can't really help it, can you? But yeah, I hope you have a good New Year, and I hope you continue to enjoy the videos. Here's to another year of giggles. And yeah, have a good day / night. See you when I see you, which is every day. If you watch my videos every day. There are new videos every day anyway still. Lots of stuff pre-recorded. Okay, bye. Yum yum yum. Thanks for watching and listening. And wish me luck with finishing Dragon Dreams, because I would love to finish this and let you all play it. It's my proudest creation.